Guess what? It's Walt Disney Week. So we all know that Walt Disney's entire dream started with a mouse, but actually it didn't. Not even a little bit. Before Mickey Mouse, there were other projects, and I know that you're all gonna say, yeah, that's right, Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. Yeah, we're getting to that. There were other things besides Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, and that's what we're gonna talk about in today's video. So back in 1922, Walt Disney was actually an animator in Kansas City, and he decided to create a series of shorts that he could then sell to a company. And those shorts were called the Laugh-O-Grams, and he actually sold 5 of them before creating the rest of them. Interestingly enough, they were all based on fairy tales. Notice a theme? So these fairy tales included Little Red Riding Hood, Jack and the Beanstalk, Jack the Giant Killer, Goldilocks and the 3 Bears, Puss in Boots, and Cinderella? Wait a minute. Cinderella. Interestingly enough, some of these films were actually thought to be lost in time, and they were recently discovered last year in October in 2014, and that was Jack and the Beanstalk, Jack and the Giant Killer, and Goldilocks and the 3 Bears. So now you can watch them again. So now that he had all of that work under his belt, and he had that resume, and he had that experience, he wanted to push the envelope a little bit and create something new. His next major project was the Alice comedies. First of all, you have to remember, back then, everything was silent films. I mean, words would pop up on the screen, but nobody could talk. And these shorts actually centered around a live-action little girl named Alice and her animated cat Julius. And the story goes that Alice walked into an animation studio and she saw all of the artists working on things, and then all of a sudden all of the animations come to life. She ends up falling asleep and having a dream in which she lives in this world, and cartoon villains tie her to cartoon logs and try to cut her in half by using cartoon sawmills. It was crazy. So needless to say, it was pretty revolutionary to see live action cartoon and the same thing at the same time. And that sounds like a precursor to Who Framed Roger Rabbit, am I right? I know, crazy. Alright guys. We finally got there. Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. That's right, he came next. So in 1927, Disney was approached to create an all-new animated short starring a rabbit. So Charles Mintz went to Disney and said, excuse me, he's got kind of a bad attitude. Can you make him a little younger and likable? And Disney said, yeah, okay, I guess I can do that. And he did, and he was a huge success, and he created several films, and they were all popular. So once the shorts became a critical success, Disney took this as the opportunity to say, excuse me, I need a little bit more money. Oh, hold on, I need a mustache. Excuse me, I need a little bit more money so I can keep drawing these cartoons. And Charles Mintz said, no, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna take away your money, and if you complain, I'm just gonna take away Oswald too. So Walt said, wait, hold on. So Walt said, peace out then, I'm out. So most of Disney's crew stayed with Mintz, but his 2 pals, Ub Iwerks and Les Clark said like, hey man, let's go make something else. So they were secretly working on a cartoon character named Mickey Mouse. And I guess you can say that's the very first hidden Mickey. Clearly, Mickey was a phenomenal success, and because he was so successful, Oswald became less and less popular, eventually fading into obscurity and actually almost forgotten about completely. But 80 years later, they finally got him back in 2006. Walt Disney's next project was a series of shorts called Silly Symphonies, and these are best known as being sort of the trial ground for Disney, and he would try out new techniques and new tools, new machinery, and try out new effects. The interesting thing about the Silly Symphonies is they were never meant to have reoccurring characters. They were supposed to be isolated, short films containing their own stories, like The Tortoise and the Hare, The 3 Blind Mouseketeers, and The Ugly Duckling. Now, interestingly enough, some characters did reoccur, like the 3 Pigs, Donald Duck, and actually Pluto showed up too. All in all, the Silly Symphonies were nominated for 7 Academy Awards for Best Short Animated Film, and they spawned some copycats, namely The Merry Melodies by Warner Brothers, aka the Looney Tunes. I think you guys can guess what comes next on this list, and that's Mickey Mouse, which means the list is over! Pretty cool, man. I mean, that guy built an empire, and it was based on hard work, giving up everything and moving to Los Angeles with nothing but an idea, a suitcase, and a dream, suitcase and a dream. He also got something stolen from him, which wasn't very cool, but he ended up making an empire because of that motivation. Good on you, Walt. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. In the comments below, let me know what your favorite Silly Symphony is. They're pretty obscure, so you might have to do some searching on YouTube. But in the comments, let me know which ones you like. Thank you guys for watching this video. We'll see you next week. Bye!